Good evening, one and all. Today, I, Kashish Dalal, is here to deliver a lecture on MS Excel, and I'm going to explain you the various concepts, terminologies, and functions of MS Excel. So, before I begin or commence with this lecture, I'm really delightful to have this opportunity. I hope I'm able to meet your expectations. So, whether you're working in a corporate sector, business firm, or entity, the basic skill that you require is MS Excel. You need to understand and grasp the concepts, and you need to know how to analyze the data, how to draw conclusions and interpretations in MS Excel. So, you need to be well versed and well acquainted with all the concepts by hook or by crook. So Microsoft Excel is a leading spreadsheet application developed by Microsoft and is a cornerstone of data management and analysis in many professional and personal environments. So as I said before, that it doesn't matter whether you're working in a corporate firm entity or whether you are working in a business setup or startup, whether you run a business, you need to be well acquainted with MS Excel. It's renowned for its powerful features that cater to a wide range of tasks, right from simple calculations, whether you want to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, doesn't matter, right to complex data analysis, like whether you want to find out whether a company is suffering from a loss or it has gained profit. So based on the inferences and interpretations, you can draw conclusions. It's a powerful tool that helps to calculate, analyze data in rows and columns. Now, can anyone tell me the difference between rows and columns? Horizontally. Yeah, correct. Absolutely. And what is the intersection of rows and columns called? Intersection. Yeah. Cells. Correct. And how many rows are there in a spreadsheet? Huh? No, it's 1,048,576 rows. And what about columns? 16,384. Correct. Next, uses of MS Excel. So MS Excel is widely used in every organization. It's used in corporate settings for various purposes due to its versatility and powerful features. Like it is applicable everywhere. And common uses in a corporate environment outlined point-wise are as follows. Now, financial analysis, HR, sales, and marketing. Now, when I talk about financial analysis, so it's used for preparing budget, for tracking records, like to prepare P&L sheets, income and expenditure, balance sheet, and if I want to figure out that in this particular financial year, from 1st April to 31st March, whether a company has gained profit or loss, so Excel is quite helpful and beneficial. In human resources, it is used in recruitment and selection, like to keep the records and data of employees, their salaries, remuneration, payrolls, their attendance. So Excel is quite vital in HR. Then when it comes to sales and marketing, it is used for understanding demographic trends. Like if I wish to know that what is the demand and supply of a particular product, like from Hyderabad, what is the demand of this particular product, or in which city this particular product's demand is very high. So sales and marketing mein MS Excel helps. Next. Functions and formulas. Now I shall be talking about features of Excel. What are the features of Excel? Functions are built-in formulas. As she had discussed before, that the formulas which are by default available in MS Excel are called functions. And they are used for calculating, finding sum, mod, square root, average, and so on. The list is never ending. There are almost more than 400 functions available in MS Excel, and they are mainly used for simple formulas are mainly used for simple and basic calculations, like formulas, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Basically, the formulas which you enter manually, that is called formula. Now I shall be talking about formatting features, that is improving the appearance of data. If I want to modify the data, like whether it's border, style, text, font, if I want to make it more appealing, attractive, and aesthetic, so format painter helps a lot. Then we shall be talking about auto calculation. The data is automatically recalculated in the whole worksheet if any change is made in a single cell. Suppose if I made an entry, if I change or modify the number, so automatically the data will be recalculated. Then autofill, entering data in series using autofill option, which I'll be explaining in detail practically. Talking about graphs and charts, data can be viewed in a graphical form as charts which help to understand, analyze and compare data in an effective manner. In previous standards, you must have studied histograms, pie charts, line charts, bar graphs, so on, like to measure average rainfall, or if you want to prepare a sales report. So graphs and charts are quite crucial in MS Excel. Next slide. Autofill. Now, when I talk about autofill, filling makes your work easy and it was used to fill changes with values so that you do not have to type manual entries. Imagine you're working in a firm and there you need to enter thousands of data. Imagine if I tell you to enter that data manually. Imagine how much time consuming and hectic it will be for you, and it might become quite monotonous and rigorous. Okay, so for that we have autofill function which enables us to fill the data automatically. Autofill in Excel allows you to quickly copy data or extend a series of data without manually entering it. There are 4 steps basically. First, you need to enter initial data, then you need to select the cell, then you need to drag the fill handle, and last but not the least, you need to release the mouse button. Practically बताना autofill. यहाँ पे स्लैश वो आ रहा है हाँ So as you can see, the entry is 1. Now if I want to copy paste the same number in the entire range, then so I need to select this range. ये ड्रैग क्यों नहीं हो रहा? माउस से करो. Select नहीं हो रहा. First, you need to keep the mouse on this particular corner, which is there on the bottom right corner of the cell. As I had discussed before, that this intersection of rows and columns is called cell. So the cell on which I am working currently is called active cell. And the square which appears here, I need to click on this particular cell. Now a thin cross will appear, and I need to drag it. You need to keep the mouse, and as you can see, one is being copy pasted in the entire column. Similarly, if I don't want to copy paste it, and I'll enter the numbers. Now instead of adding 4, 6, instead of adding them manually, if I want that in the this particular range, the multiples of 2 should be copy pasted. Not copy pasted, but I want the responses to be generated automatically. Yeah. ये वाले सेल में नहीं आ रहा. So as you can see, the multiples of 2 have been entered automatically. Similarly, in future, if we want to enter the data, like there are days of the week, and if I select this particular range, now when I keep on hovering the mouse over the pointer, a thin cross appears. And then I need to drag the cell pointer in the entire range. The days of the week have been copy pasted. Similarly, when I select months of the year, the months of the week have been generated automatically. Now suppose if I want to enter the dates. See, it's very easy. So instead of typing or entering manually, you can use the autofill function. So in future, it can be actually autofill function or feature is a blessing in disguise. Sir, slide. Now I shall be talking about arithmetic and basic functions. So there are 4 functions: count, count a, count if, count blank. Now I'll be talking about count function. It counts the number of cells that contains numbers and counts numbers within the list of arguments. You can use the count function to get the number of entries in a number field that is in a range. So if I want to find out how many entries of a number are there, then I need to use count function. Count a function, it's a pre-made function in Excel which counts all cells in a range that has values both numbers and letters. I shall be explaining you with the help of examples, but first I am explaining you theoretically. So it will consider the values which have both numbers and letters. So it is typed as count A. How to use the count A function? First you need to select a cell, then you need to type count A, double click the count A command, select the range, and then you need to hit enter. Next. When to use COUNTIF? Now, COUNTIF is one of the statistical functions which is used to count the number of cells that meet a particular certain criteria. Like whenever I say COUNTIF, the very first thing that should click your mind is condition. Like there will be a certain condition allotted, and then you need to find the answer. Like to count the number of times a particular city appears in a customer list. Then we have count blank. It's self-explanatory. It will count the number of empty cells in a range of cells. Now, as you can see, I want to count how many numbers are there. So for that, the very first step, whenever you are using a function, you need to add an is equal to sign. And then I shall be entering the formula count. Then I need to open the bracket. Then I need to select the entire range in order to find out how many entries are there in this particular column. So as you can see, there are 4 entries, 25, 30, 22, 28 respectively. Now I want to find count A. So I'll be adding is equal to, then I shall be entering the function. Now when I'll select this particular range, close the bracket. As you can see, it considers both the numbers as well as text. That's the difference. That count function only considers the entries which consist of numbers, whereas in count A, it considers numbers as well as text. Now proceeding to COUNTIF function. Here if I want to find out which numbers are greater than 85, so I'll be allotting a specific condition. First I'll select the range, then I'll enter the criteria. For that I need to enter the text or number condition in double inverted commas. Greater customer. can see there are three numbers which are greater than 85, that is 90, 95 and 88 respectively. And count blank is very easy. You just need to enter is equal to sign. Then you need to add count blank. And if I want to find out how many empty or blank cells are there in this particular range, so there are 2 empty or blank cells in this particular column. So this was all about arithmetic functions. So here I would like to conclude my lecture. Thank you for lending me your ears and being such a wonderful audience. Thank you for cooperating.
Thank you.